Yes guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to another video here on GBFC. Thought I would start today's video in slightly different fashion. Normally you've got the tripod, the camera, recording on the phone. This is my living room. This is where I film the 6 Things We Learned videos for those of you that want to know. Basically, it's time for Chelsea fans to stand up. The reason why I've semi-clickbaited the title of this video is because even though the majority of my audience are watching from the UK, I've got somebody almost in every country in the world who's watching these GBFC videos, and it's time that we not only continue to protest, again, if you agree, if you don't, then don't bother getting involved, but I think there are more than enough reasons for us all to gather together to actually try and stop the Ricketts family taking over at Chelsea. And if you are in the UK, or maybe you're a Chelsea fan or a football fan travelling to London this weekend, at midday UK time, there is a protest, and I was added to a WhatsApp group chat. First thing this morning when I woke up, I'm thinking, bloody hell, another group chat? Matisse, some of you guys may know him, he was on the channel not too long ago. I will leave a link to his video and also his channel in the description. He is organising a Chelsea protest to make sure that we make our voices heard to everybody at the club, even though the Brentford game is not live on Saturday in the UK. We can hopefully get as many people down there as possible at midday to make a noise, to make a racket, to make it clear that we don't want the Ricketts family to be taking over at Chelsea Football Club. So that's the first part of the information. Of course, with all of this, I've got to back it up with a little bit of substantial info as to why I and many others have come to not a universal decision that the Ricketts family are no good, but a vast majority of vocal Chelsea fans right now firmly agree that the Ricketts family should not be taking over our club. Before I get into that though, I want to put you guys, or give you guys, a little bit of a teaser of a new show that I'm a big part of now called Last Fan Standing with Bet Victor. I will leave a link to the video in the description. You should definitely go and check it out. It's great fun. It's basically like a footballing debate. It was me, lead judges, Adam McCullough and Flav Bateman's the host. Here's a little clip. I think I'm going to go with Kane. I feel for Rooney in this because I think I'm going to pick one. Kane's only scored, I think, 12% of his England goals have been in friendlies too, which is not that many considering he's got 49 of them. And I think that Kane already as captain, putting England in a European final, semi-final of a World Cup. Obviously, Rooney can't play another game in an England shirt to actually resurrect this debate for himself. But I think Kane has done so much in even less amount of games. And there's still a lot more to come. He's only 28 years old. So I think if we take this conversation forward, even if Kane does go to Man United and spends all of his time on a bench because Cristiano Ronaldo don't want to retire, I still think he's going to end up not only having more goals, but even more bigger matches in an England shirt than Rooney. So yeah, you get a bit of an idea as to what exactly it is. It's a load of fun. Go check the link in the description. Go give it a watch and let them know that the GBFC fam has arrived on the scene. Now then, the Ricketts family. We are in a position right now, Chelsea fans, where we have only a small window of opportunity here to make any kind of noise to try and push this bidding process into whichever favourable direction we choose. There are some people out there that will call out hypocrisy, saying, you were happy for the Saudi media group who come from a country with a dreadful human rights record, with severe humanitarian issues, but then you don't want the Ricketts family just because they came out with racist comments and various other things a few years ago. At this moment in time, I think as a Chelsea fan's priority, there's absolutely no reason for us to be fighting amongst ourselves right now. What we need to be looking at is one thing only. Who is going to take charge of Chelsea? Who is going to be the new owner? Who enables us to carry forward in a footballing sense and as a business as we know it is, with the most chance of A, feeling like us as fans are still a massive part of the club, B, on the pitch, investments to be made to continue to be able to, you know, add tattoos to my left arm of Champions League victories. I would love for someone to come in, have the same kind of ambition as Roman Abramovich, and of course, we'd love it if someone had very deep pockets too. those things kind of go hand in hand in football. But I want someone to come in, if we can get this our best outcome, who keeps Chelsea right at the very top of the game. And the Ricketts family, I don't think they're going to be those guys, because even if they have a strong bid in a financial sense, if they have experience working in sporting fields, that is one thing. But there are also examples of how things don't go well with the clubs they're already invested in, and then they kind of just shut up shop and give up on it, which of course, with the volatility of not being able to guarantee a Premier League trophy every season, with the competitive nature of the Premier League, who knows how long they would remain interested for. Another thing that's very important to remember is that some of Chelsea's best players are Muslims. The Ricketts family, people within this family, have been caught multiple times discussing many things that basically enable us to come to a conclusion that in terms of a 2022 position, I don't want anybody close to my club who isn't part of trying to make football an inclusive sport for absolutely everybody, no matter what their ethical background is, no matter what the colour of their skin is, no matter what their sexuality is. Everyone should feel welcome at Chelsea Football Club. And unfortunately, whoever your owner is sets a precedence for the global view of what Chelsea Football Club is. How is that entity perceived from the moment you say the word Chelsea? And if you've got owners who don't support even disabled fans, don't support the LGBTQ community, who don't support everybody from every single race, if you don't start with that, we're already fighting a losing battle. And let me just remind you, Chelsea fans, we, over the years, due to a minority who have let us down, we've been fighting a battle for a very, very long time. And it's people like myself and like you who we also have to experience this kind of prejudice from others against our club and therefore against us as people who choose to support Chelsea. Many times, whether it means anything to me or not, I've been called a racist because I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm also not stupid, so I don't actually take these comments to heart and think, but the problem is people actually hold beliefs that that is the case. And in the world we live in today, we don't really have time for these idiots, but we've also got to make a stand to make sure that whoever's coming in to own our club, we don't have to keep dealing with this over and over again. And I've already given many reasons why I believe the Todd Boehly bid is probably the best one for Chelsea right now and the best one for fans and the continued development of the club. The Ricketts family might have money. The Ricketts family might make verbal agreements and promises to, I don't know, invest in a stadium, to promise to continue to invest in the first team. But I think at this moment in time, as Chelsea are about to enter a phase of uncertainty, in the midst of a phase of uncertainty right now, Chelsea fans, we've got to come together. We've got to make sure we vocalise what we want, what we don't want. And at least from my side, I'm fully endorsing the protest outside Stamford Bridge at midday on Saturday this weekend before the home game against Brentford, to make sure that we make as much noise as possible and to continue to keep on making it quite clear that despite everyone saying the fans are going to be involved, we're listening to the fans. Well, I've seen it more than enough. It's been trending now for over a week. And if we make a noise and get some club coverage in the media on Saturday, it will continue to go a long way to making sure the Ricketts family are not involved with Chelsea Football Club. As I said at the beginning, I know that there is still a small group of people who are like, yeah, I don't mind, take the Ricketts. I personally am not one of them, and I will continue to be here pushing that agenda as much as I possibly can. I want to see my club be ran properly, and I want to give us the best chance to go forwards, to continue being successful, and to not dip back into prehistoric mantras and mindsets that we will all get bracketed towards as a result of these kind of people taking over. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please share it around. I very rarely say share a video, but get the message out there. Let's make sure we get as many people as possible outside Stamford Bridge at the weekend. I live in Bali, it's the other side of the bloody world. I won't be able to make it, but I'll keep telling you guys to do so right up until the moment. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you all later. Come on, you Blues.